Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our channel. I want to say many thanks to you for keeping faith with us on this channel. But right now, as we speak, there's a lot of friction going on between the Niger Delta, that's the Southerners, and of course, the indigenous people of Biafra. Don't forget that when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was always on Radio Biafra platform, he had used that platform to let Nigerians and or Southerners generally to know that we had the old Eastern region, and part of that old Eastern region is the present South or Niger Delta area, as the case may be, saying that when Biafra will be achieved, the South region will be carved into the old Eastern region and put into Biafra, where there will be indigenous, in every true sense of the word, according to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Well, it has been on and on. Well, while Edwin Clark, one of the interviews being granted to him, quickly debunked and said, look, there's no such thing like old Eastern region. It was scrapped. South is South, Southeast is Southeast. If Biafra will come, it will come on the platform of Southeast. And if Ipob think that they are part of Biafra, then they must be dreaming. The indigenous people of Biafra, the media publicity secretary, Ipob, clamped back at him, called him a saboteur and all sorts, reminding him of the role he played in the Nigerian Civil War, and the fact that he is under the salary payroll of the present dispensation. Hence, he doesn't mind selling his brothers and all that. He also went further to explain that referendum will, take place, and he is not this mouthpiece of the Niger Delta area, which is also doubles at the Southern, and of course, there's also Anambra, Abia, and Imo to it, but he's actually in particular of South. But right now, as we speak, the PANDEFF have decided to fully enter into the matter. Now it's a case of, brothers to brothers slugging it out. Before we go to the newspaper to find out what PANDEFF and Niger Delta area have got to say about their leader. And of course, Ipob, you would like to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as you update our channel on YouTube. Niger Delta Forum, PANDEF, has described as ridiculous a statement being circulated in the media against their elder statesman, the national and South leader, Chief Edwin Clark, credited to the spokesman of the indigenous people of Biafra, Ipob, that's Ima Powerful himself. In a statement signed by Senator Emmanuel Ibok, the national chairman, PANDEF, and former deputy chief whip of Nigerian Senate, PANDEF reiterated that South is not part of Biafra and will remain so. The prosperous expressions in the said article could only have emanated from deluded and demented minds and are quite indicative of the silliness of the Ipob officialdom. It is a shame that they cannot differentiate between fact and fantasy. This stupidity would erode any sympathy they had hitherto received from the South geopolitical zone. Let us restate without any equivocation that Niger Delta area is not part of Biafra, and not an inch of the South geopolitical zone shall be part of their imagined republic. It is rather naive for Ipob or any other group to consider that Niger Delta area will be part of any arbitrary contraption. If it becomes necessary for Niger Delta people to pull out of this country, we shall do so on our terms. Regarding the unsavory remarks, it's needless to mention the privileged credentials and contributions of the Ionic nationalist and esteemed non-Nigerian, whose life is a rich source of inspiration to many, within and also beyond the borders of Nigeria. Nevertheless, since the Ipob belligerents are so juvenile and uninformed, it would suffice to state that the influence and significance of Chief E.K. Clark transcend the South zone and the Niger Delta. He is an unswerving voice that resonates across Nigeria for decades, speaking out against oppression, discrimination, and marginalization in the country. Over the years, the highly respected chief, who was a federal minister of information and distinguished senator of the Federal Republic, has in his capacities as an educationist, a politician, a public servant, a lawyer, a lawmaker, a community leader, and a nationalist continued to play vital roles to stimulate unity, peace, and development in the Niger Delta area and Nigeria at large, working with other patriotic Nigerians, including the leadership of the apex Igbo sociocultural organization Ohaneze, Ndigbo, and eminent personalities of the Igbo extraction towards the realization of a better Nigeria where equity, fairness, and justice would reign, and which he remains doggedly committed to even at age 94. Quite an aged man. Though PANDEF assumes no well-meaning Igbo son or daughter would sanction the aspiration by IPOB on our respected national leader, however, we would insist that the leadership of the Ndigbo nation denounce the irresponsible statements by IPOB and tender a public apology to the elder statesman and indeed the entire Niger Delta people in the interest of healthy relations between the Southeast and the South-South zone. Anything short of that would be inferred to be tacit approval of the balderdash of the IPOB, the statement noted. In spite of the huge investment in the water sector by the government and international organization, water scarcity has grown big. All right, but let us let's start somewhere. They're asking for public apology from Ohaneze Ndigbo to show that Ohaneze Ndigbo is not part of the press release made by Emma Powerful. But a quick one before we go to full analysis, very quick one. They kept on saying here Niger Delta region. If you say Niger Delta region, quote and unquote region in emphasis here, then you're saying that Imo State and Abia State is part of Niger Delta, but it also doubles as part of Southeast. So it's safe to say South-South. If you say Niger Delta area, then Imo and Abia, you are saying not an inch will be ceded to Biafra, but Imo and Abia by default is more among the far southeastern states who are already being termed completely as Biafran state. So it's to be on the safe side, for I'm just talking about those in that Niger Delta, that South-South zone, or PANDEF making a statement, it will be safer to say South-South region and not Niger Delta area, because some parts of Southeast states are also in Niger Delta area. But now the way this is going, this is now a quarrel between true brothers, and I pray that it doesn't degenerate beyond that. I think everybody should just shield their sword and let peace reign. Whatever the case is, referendum will eventually, settle all this instead of brothers coming against brother in this dimension. Let's meet in our comments.